Going through the PTA program at CPCC, I experienced a lot of discrimination. One of the things, first off, when I started the class is that while I was talking to one of the instructors about maybe as I would advance through the program, the first thing out of her mouth is, "I'm not sure you're going to advance through this program. I'm not sure if you're going to be here next semester." And I kind of took that as a smack in the face because I was like, wow, I've got a lot of education. I've worked in the healthcare field for almost 13 years, and you're telling me I'm not going to make it through this simple program. A few weeks later, another instructor came up to me and told me I was too cavalier for their program. Now, in that aspect, cavalier means I was too arrogant for their program, which that, again, did not make sense to me because you are judging me in a personal aspect. You're not allowing me to show my grade knowledge base. So I started noticing things in that order. Then it came to whenever we would do hands-on stuff in class, I was again told that I was too heavy-handed for this program. So I go from not going to be able to make it in this program, I'm too cavalier for this program, then they tell me I'm too heavy-handed for this program. All of these are personal issues that they've had against myself and other students in the classroom, which hindered us from progressing through the program. The way they actually worked in getting us out of the program is none of us actually failed our written tests. We all scored very high on all of our written tests. But where they got us is that they used hands-on practicals, which in that manner they would do hands-on testing. Now with the hands-on testing, the grading scale changed constantly. You never knew what your actual grading scale was. So you could pass, some people actually passed with a 69, whereas other people who made 80s failed the program, which is what most of us had issues with. We scored in the mid-80s, upper 80s, but they still told us that we were out of their program because we failed one section of their test. Now with myself, when I did my hands-on practicals, the models that I was working with were other students in the classroom. They came out after the test and told me that I scored very well, that they didn't see why I missed any single question. And this was with two different students who were models for myself. But still in all, the instructors told me that I missed so many things on the test that they couldn't really keep up with it. And when we started arguing about certain things, I would tell them, well, I did this specific thing. And they would look at me straight in my face and say, no, I never saw you do that. And the students that I worked with told me that I did do those certain things, and so it became an argumentative thing, my word against the instructor's word, which in that sense, the instructor's always going to win when there's no actual true paper trail. So we are actually we've been fighting with these instructors, fighting with the school. We've actually contacted Kay Miller, who is the dean of the PTA program. We've also contacted Leon Matthews, who is the EEOC guy, and we've always gotten a runaround with them. When we met with Kay Miller, she was very argumentative. She wanted to argue with us. She pretty much had her mind made up during our meeting of what she was going to do, which was not going to allow us back into the program. Our whole goal was to just be retested on those tests by somebody outside of this program, and they're standing by the instructor and not giving us the opportunity to show that we do know what we're doing and that there are discrimination issues going on here. Leon Matthews, when he finally spoke to us the last time, he pretty much told us that he could not find any discriminatory issues going on with Mrs. Weiner, who is the instructor of this department and also the chair of this department. So whenever we started going through the whole process, Kay Miller said that we needed to take it up with the chair of the department. Well, the chair of the department is also the lead instructor of this program. So we were not going to get anywhere going to the chair of the department because it was the same person. So we feel like they had been protecting Mrs. Weiner for many, many years because we've actually been speaking to past students who have gone through this program who have experienced very similar things. But nobody's ever stood up enough to actually fight back and try to get something resolved. And that's what we're here today trying to do.
And what's the resolution, the final resolution that you're looking for?
Well, at this point, final resolution is we want to be reimbursed for the class that we took. It's obvious now that they are not going to let us back into that program, and honestly, I would not want to be back in that program with these instructors still in place. So at this point, all we want is our the money that we spent paying for this class to be reimbursed.